What's up, guys? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at XRP. Before we begin, we'd just like to say thanks for everyone for their amazing support, their likes, subscribers, Patreon and YouTube members, and all your amazing comments and sharing. Our community has been growing amazingly recently. It's all down to you guys. If you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Those are the two main things that really help the channel out. So if you could do that, we would appreciate it immensely. So welcome to Crypto Maximalist, and let's begin. So we wanted to take some community feedback and basically do some different videos that are a bit less focused on fundamentals and a bit more focused on the technical analysis of how cryptocurrencies are doing in the kind of day-to-day. So today we're taking a look at XRP as kind of the test pilot of this sort of video and basically where it's at and where we think it might be going in the future. So this is the 30-minute chart, and as you can see, we've kind of outlined some areas that we think are fairly important. We've outlined some key support and resistance areas, as you can see here and here. So one of the main things that we wanted to highlight, which was over the past few weeks, the market looks as though it's actually been pulling back quite a lot, largely due to the pullback in Bitcoin. Now, as we all know, even though the community of cryptocurrency is growing massively, Bitcoin still largely dictates where the market goes and how the market performs as a whole. So when Bitcoin starts to go down, there's a lot of fear and uncertainty in the market, and it tends to make people feel quite bearish. And that's basically what you can see here from this kind of area of movement here, where the price was moving down in a kind of descending wedge formation, as we can see for basically the past 2 or so weeks before the recent double bottom end correction. So as you can see, there was a clear double bottom here, and this actually happened for most cryptocurrencies, not just XRP. But obviously when Bitcoin moves, pretty much the whole market goes with it, apart from a few select altcoins such as Solana, which seem to perform extremely well in the face of this bearish divergence in the market. But as we can see, there was quite a clear descending wedge here. And then people were starting to get quite concerned once XRP hit about $1 because it had actually moved all the way up to $2 at this high here. Pretty much bounced exactly off $2 actually before it pulled back. And then ever since then, it's been moving downwards. But as you can see, there's been a descending wedge here for quite some time, a few weeks. And then we reached the point where we had a double bottom. And when this dump happened here, which I think was when Joe Biden released potential talks about increasing capital gains in America, pretty much all the markets across every single kind of market, stocks market, futures markets, and also the crypto market experienced quite a large pullback. Quite a lot of people sold out of FUD, but the market actually did seem to recover somewhat. And then we were obviously all waiting for that retest of the double bottom. But as you can see, this wedge was formed really nicely. And then once this double bottom was in, pretty much everyone that realized once the momentum wasn't going to continue to the downside, that it was pretty obvious that prices were going to bounce. So basically what we were waiting for here at Crypto Maximalist was basically we want to see a breakout from this wedge, which has been forming for a while now, as you can see. We broke out from the wedge, retested it quite nicely with a little bit of a pullback here, and then obviously we've ripped to the upside, and we've actually bounced perfectly off one of the support lines that we drew, which is this area here where there's quite a lot of structure. And this was basically a really nice little move here. We're not thinking that XRP is going to head to the downside again because the sentiment in the market is very bullish at the minute now. Basically, we've got this correction out of the way, which was about a 25% correction for most cryptocurrencies, which is extremely healthy in a bull market. A lot of people got very scared by this, but it's important to remember that in bull markets, for example, in the past bull market in 2017, Bitcoin actually had 6 corrections, which are 35 to 40%, which is actually means that these kinds of corrections are quite common, and they're not only common, but they're actually healthy for the market to continue to the upside. What you really don't want to see is cryptos basically just going straight up in a line like this without any corrections or consolidations, because it usually means that the downside will be pretty ridiculous. So it's important to remember that this is definitely not what you want. It's always good to have corrections in the market because it means that things can actually move up more, and it benefits much longer in the long term if the markets are healthy. It means that the runs can be extended, and it's really important. So if we're focusing in now on what we're expecting from XRP, it seems as though it's bounced off this area here, this area of structure and support that we've put in, and we're kind of just waiting for something to happen here. It's quite clear that XRP on a more of a long distance time frame has been forming what we can only describe as a bull pennant on a longer time frame. If you look at this line here and then this line here, you can quite clearly see that a bull pennant is being formed. There is actually about a 50% retracement from the top of this to here because it went from $2 to $1, which is perfect for a bull pennant to be forming. And then also breaking out of this wedge, we can basically only be bullish on XRP on the channel because of this. and we're expecting it to break to the upside quite soon. If you look on a smaller time frame here, you could also say that there is potentially a descending wedge being formed here as well. But that was actually broken out of recently. We actually drew in a descending wedge, which was about here, and it was something like this. But it actually got broken out of, and we're thinking now it's going to be retesting back to the. It's going to retest the wedge and then move to the upside in short order, which is what we think is going to happen. And with all the bullish sentiment in the market, and also the SEC case tomorrow, which will most likely garner some more bullish momentum for XRP, we're finding it very, very hard to believe that XRP is actually going to break to the downside from here. It seems very likely to us that it's probably going to bounce off of this small descending wedge, that's been forming here, and then it will most likely retest this, come back again and retest some of this area here, and then it'll move up to this next line, which is this next area of structure and resistance that we can see. It'll most likely break through this with any bullish sentiment, we believe, at this point, and we think the XRP lawsuit tomorrow, the Ripple lawsuit for XRP tomorrow, will most likely reap some more bullish momentum for XRP. And then once we head up to this level, we might see a small retracement here before we come back to the local high of around $2. And then beyond that, it really is a case of how high can we go. The only real major level of resistance beyond that point, when we come up here, we come back and up, down like this. And then the only last major level of support that we could probably see is the all-time high, which is around between $3.50 and $4, depending on what exchange you look at. And that's basically what our outlook is for XRP in the next sort of, I'd say, months to 2 months' time, depending on how the lawsuit goes. If the lawsuit gets resolved quickly, we can imagine that XRP is going to run much, much quicker, because obviously it's already been running up off the back of bullish sentiment surrounding the lawsuit. Everyone seems to be quite optimistic that the SEC isn't going to win the lawsuit, and if Ripple wins the lawsuit, then it's most likely that XRP is going to break to the upside in a big way, and will most likely break its all-time highs up here, because when XRP moves, it moves very, very fast, and that is something that we've seen recently. As you can see, this move here was actually really, really substantial, almost a 4x in about a week, which is very, very interesting. So if you can imagine that if XRP did a 4x from now in a week, based off of more bullish sentiment for the lawsuit, it could easily be up to $4 and beyond the all-time high. So we'd like to thank you all for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comment section. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or you can sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below the video. You can get access to our private Discord. We're going to be offering a host of additional benefits, so please take advantage of that there. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by depositing $100 using the link below as well. Make sure to hit the like button, because it helps the channel out so much. So if you appreciate the videos, then please hit the like. Currently only around 10% of our viewers are subbed, and we'd love to see our community grow more. So please hit the big red subscribe button. You can sign up to our free Telegram in the description as well, because we're hoping to grow our community there more as well. And we appreciate you all very much. So please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.